You know what makes this even worse? Sometimes this judgment doesn't come from strangers. It comes from the people you love. Your best friend, your boyfriend or girlfriend, your brother, your cousin, your parents. And when they don't believe in you, it hurts more than failure because you trusted them, because you thought they would support you, because you thought they knew you. But they didn't. They only knew the version of you that was comfortable, the version that was average, the version that didn't take risks. Now that you're trying to evolve, to grow, to go beyond the limits, they can't understand it. So instead of supporting you, they tell you to stop. And the worst part, if you're not strong enough, you will believe them. You will shrink yourself. You will play small. You will lock your dreams inside. You will pretend you never wanted more. All because someone else couldn't imagine it. Strong people don't explain. They don't argue. They aren't convinced. They don't beg for belief. They understand one thing. Other people's opinions are not your reality. You don't need permission. You don't need support. You don't need applause. You just need clarity, discipline, and because once you succeed, once you prove it, once you change your life, once you walk into the room glowing with success, purpose, power, the same people who doubted you will say, "I always believed in you. I knew you could do it. You're lucky." They won't remember their own words, but you will. And that's why you must keep going quietly. Think of this. Imagine you're a bird learning to fly. You're just a beginner, nervous, shaky, unsure. You flap your wings for the first time and you say, "Hey everyone, I'm going to fly." The other birds laugh. "Don't be stupid. You'll fall. No one in your family ever flew. Stay on the ground. It's safer here." Now you have two choices. 1. Believe them. 2. Believe in yourself. If you choose them, you'll never fly. If you choose you, you might fall. But eventually, you'll rise. And when you do, they'll stare at the sky and say, "How did you do that?" Your life is not a group discussion. Your dream is not a classroom debate. Your mission is not a community vote. It's yours, and that's why it must be protected from people who carry fear, not faith. From people who carry doubt, not belief. From people who can't see the vision because they never had one of their own. Let them think you're silent. Let them think you're lost. Let them, I think you're average. Because soon, when the results arrive, when your life glows differently, when your success walks into the room before you speak, they will understand everything. But by then, you won't need to explain. Your results will be louder than your story. Secret 3. Early praise will make you lazy. This secret looks harmless. It feels positive. It sounds encouraging. But in reality, early praise is one of the biggest dream killers in the world. Yes, not criticism, not failure, not haters. Praise. When you tell someone your plan and they say, "You're amazing. That's a great idea. I knew you could do it. You're going to be successful." It feels good. Very good. Your chest feels light. Your confidence rises. Your mind relaxes. And without realizing it, something dangerous happens inside your brain. Your brain does not know the difference between talking about success, actually achieving success. When you receive praise, your brain releases dopamine, the reward chemical. That dopamine is supposed to come after effort, after struggle, after discipline, after pain. But when praise comes before the work, your brain says, "I already won." And once the brain feels rewarded, it stops pushing. This is why people who talk a lot about their goals often do the least work. They already consumed the reward without paying the price. Imagine two people. Person A, he says to everyone, "I will wake up at 5 a.m. every day. I will build a powerful body. I will change my life." People clap. People praise. People say, so disciplined, so inspiring. What happens after 1 week? He wakes up late. He skips workouts. He loses motivation. Why? Because his brain. I already felt successful. Person B, he tells no one. No posts, no announcements, no explanations. He wakes up at 5 a.m. silently. He works out when no one is watching. He builds discipline when it's boring and painful. After 6 months, people say, "Wow, how did you change so much?" And person B smiles because his reward came from results, not words. Because praise creates false confidence. False confidence is worse than no confidence. Why? Because no confidence makes you work. False confidence makes you relax. And growth never comes from comfort. Growth comes from pressure, from discipline, from repetition, from doing boring things when no one is cheers. Think about a student. Student A says, "I'm preparing for a big exam." Everyone says, "You're very smart. You'll definitely pass." The student feels relaxed. He studies less. He trusts praise more than preparation. Result? Failure. Student B studies quietly. No one knows how hard he works. No praise, no attention. Result? Success. The difference was not intelligence. It was silent. When people praise you too early, they start calling you successful, disciplined, hard-working. But you haven't become that person yet. So now you start protecting an image instead of building reality. You start pretending. You start performing. You start talking instead of doing the work. That is extremely dangerous because you cannot fake results. Sooner or later, reality exposes everything. Real winners follow a simple rule. Never accept praise for work you haven't done yet. They don't want applause. They don't want validation. They don't want attention. They want progress. They understand something very deep. Silence keeps hunger alive. Praise kills hunger. And hunger is the fuel of greatness. When no one knows your plan, you don't feel pressure to impress. You don't feel relaxed by praise.